Assalamu alaikum, welcome to On This Episode where we interview young entrepreneurs before their success. Today's guest is a dear friend of mine who I've seen him go from student to event organizer. So I'm very happy to have Yazan in the studio with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yazan,
Yes.
where do we start, bro?
Where do we start?
Where do we start?
A lot has happened in the last year and a half, I'd say.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I don't think I would have expected to be in this position. That's God's plan.
That's fine. So I would say, where are you in life right now?
Master's student. Almost done with my master's. It's summer term now. I finish in September, graduate in December. I also host events in London, and the majority has been successful events. I've learned a lot in the business world and the real world, actually doing stuff and speaking to people, socializing, networking, all that stuff.
Networking is a big one. It's a really important
Networking is
skill to
massive.
have.
Yeah. It takes you places, as in you get opportunities that you would never dream of from network.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that I really try to grow on.
Yeah, but I've seen your character change from, we did our bachelor's together, now we're both doing our masters. I've seen your character change from student to like actually having the mindset of, the hustle and the work and we have things to do.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I respect that. I'm proud of the person you have become. So me and Yazan both met obviously during our bachelor's. I've seen Yazan grow from like the student mindset, which we all had obviously, to now being hosting events and selling out venues, I respect that. I've seen your character grow. Honestly, I see that I'm proud of the person you're becoming. Can you briefly explain what you do to the people who are watching?
Basically, at the moment, I run events locally in London. I locate venues and basically try to create events that are memorable for the audience and different and completely unique from what is already available in the market. And I think that's what kind of helped me succeed the most in this industry, just because it's always trying to find new ways of doing the same thing. And I think what I realized with who I was working with and my competitors is they'd always do the same thing. So I wanted to try something completely new. And I think that really was something that changed my whole perspective on this whole industry. But at the end of the day, I haven't achieved a lot yet. There's still so much more to achieve. I think what I've done now is something to definitely be proud of and something to say, yes, I did this. But there's still so much more and the goals are all the way up. So
that's good. I'm proud of what you've achieved so far. I've definitely seen it. I remember one summer, I think it was before we graduated, you told me I'm going to learn how to DJ in the summer. And it was you just bought your set. I was like, okay. Like you do and you did.
Yeah.
And I respect it. I respect none of your work. But...
basically, I think a couple of cool things have happened in the past couple of months. I think 2025 has been a really cool year for me. In the sense of we've done 4 events so far in 2025. The first one sold out a week before the event, which I thought was really cool. Because at the same time for that event, I had a certain marketing strategy that I wanted to follow.
Yeah.
And my, let's say my manager was against that idea. And that marketing strategy is what led to the event getting sold out a week before. So I stuck by my word and I did what I thought was best. And it worked.
Yeah.
The next event was, I think, one of the most difficult events to kind of sell, just because it was during a very weird timeline and it was not something that I felt comfortable doing, but I ended up doing it and it worked well. The third one was the rooftop event, which I thought was very, very, very special. It was an intimate event where everyone was dressed classy, elegant, all white dress code, and it was my most ever ticket sold on an event. So I thought that was very, very cool. And of course, something that really, really means a lot to me is hosting the first ever Afro House night in the University of Reading Union.
Get up.
Yeah, I thought... I thought that was pretty cool.
The stories that come out of Reading.
Reading is an amazing place.
Honestly.
A lot of memories has been created there. A lot of people met. A lot of things has happened. So for us to accomplish that, of doing an Afro House night in Union and DJing in it, so I thought that was pretty cool. Back to back with Rose.
Oh, you guys DJed together?
Yeah, we DJed together, so that was really really
that's
fun.
Nice, because I believe you started together. So then you were kind of responsible of the venues and the event, and then obviously Ramaz is the main act of the night.
Yeah.
How do you feel like working with friends? I mean, it does get tricky. Where do you draw the line between like this is business and then this is my friend that I'm gonna just chill with?
I think with friends, it's a very sensitive topic. I would say, just because everyone has their own vision and their own perspective of what they want to achieve. And sometimes it conflicts with other people's perspectives. So the best way to work around it is communication.
Yeah.
And literally just, if someone doesn't like something, they need to say it. But if that is not being voiced, then it's not recommended to work with friends.
Yeah,
unfortunately. I mean, for me, and for instance, like, I love my friends dearly, every single one of them, and I consider them brothers and everything. But I just did not feel comfortable working with my friends completely on those events, despite them being successful. We did 3 events in total, and I enjoyed working with them, but I just felt like for me, for my own for how comfortable I want to be, I would rather work in a smaller group, like just me and someone else.
You think it would save your friendship?
I think it would.
That's a good shout though to see, and it's good that you can communicate that. And that's a trait I've also seen with you. Which is a good trait. You talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Yazan will have a conversation with the people on the train.
Yeah.
The Uber driver, which is honestly a good trait. It's not like a networking thing where like I'm only gonna have a conversation with this person because I'm gonna benefit just for the sake of conversation. And I think Layan, you would like this topic because of human connection.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about this on one episodes where it's like people don't talk to each other as much anymore.
It's a human thing. That's it. It's not a networking thing. It's a human thing.
Yeah.
It's just speaking to another soul. That's all I'm doing.
I like the way you put that human thing. Yeah, it's not just I'm going to benefit from this space. It's just because we're social beings, actually.
If anything, for me, putting a smile on a stranger's face makes me feel really like good about myself. That's just something about me. And I don't know why. It's like if I'm out in London on a night out and I'm just like in a train or something, I would put a joke in and just send a smile, or if I go to a restaurant, I try to make the waiter or waitress smile, and just something to make that person's day better. Just a little bit.
It's missing, you know. A lot of people don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I think it is missing.
Let's circle back to the events and things. How did you get started? Like, how do you think, okay, we should do events?
So it was Asom, my friend Asom, and my partner now. He had this vision of doing events. It was his dream. And he decided to put all of us in with him. And I think after the first event, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Second event, I was like, okay, maybe I'm good at this. And then I was like, okay, let me start doing this without my friends, with just Asom. Because it's Asom's dream.
Yeah.
And I personally felt like I was good at it, because I have this business background with my bachelor's and I'm doing masters in finance and whatever. So I felt like, okay, let me try this again and do it with Asom, because it's his dream. And so we did, and I think we did pretty well based on our events.
Based on the stats I thought.
Yeah, I mean, in 2024, we did October, November, December events. Tuesday, Wednesday, which October was a Tuesday event.
Oh, okay.
November Wednesday event and December Wednesday event. And if you know anything about events, no one goes out on the weekday. Everyone likes to focus on Friday, Saturdays for going out, because they have more free time. They don't have any work to do. They don't feel tired after a long day of work. So, Tuesday, Wednesday, all of them are successful. I think the one in December was the one I was a little bit disappointed in, just because it was an event where we did not feel like we performed that well in, but the vibe of the night was incredible.
What do you mean? From your part, what went?
So it was a miscommunication between us and the venue.
Okay.
Which caused the event not to perform well, which happens. It happens. And what I always tell Assam with stuff like this is money sometimes goes and comes. So it's okay. It's okay if we lose. It's okay. We will make it back. God has it written that we will make it back one way or another. And in every event, any mistakes we make, we learn, we move. Yeah,
that's important to learn.
It's the mentality.
You started without any... all you had was your business degree back and then you just went in alone, let's say blind. Yeah. So what was it as expected, or was it a lot of shock? Did you go into it, you're like, oh my God, what did I get myself into in the beginning maybe?
Look, in the beginning, my first event with Assam, because look, the events with my friends were successful and they were easy. And I was never under a certain amount of stress.
So which of the events do you think did not perform as well, and why?
I think it was the event that we did in December 4th. We got a South African artist. His name is Kasango. He's very well known internationally and has produced some really strong tracks in the Afro House industry. Now, I think the reason it did not perform well is just a lack of communication with the venue itself. False promises here and there, which I learned to, like, after that event, I kind of learned how to manage and handle that, especially because, for instance, I told the venue, can you sort out the visa for the artist? They said, yes. About 2 weeks before the event, they said, no, we can't. So the responsibility went on to me to secure this visa for him. And I'm an international student. I don't know what to do with visas. So that was a bit of a challenge, but we worked our way through it. We got him that visa, but we launched only a week and a bit before the event. Now, once you do events, you start to learn that the longer you have time to expose it to the market, the more views you naturally get and the more sales that come with it. Because we had limited amount of time to launch and I was only there for a week and people are saying it, we had the lowest views on an event we've ever had and the lowest sales we've had on the event. So it was the type of event where we were disappointed in ourselves. We were disappointed in the venue. We were disappointed that we were not able to give Kasango, the artist, the experience that he deserves. We were very embarrassed in ourselves. And I remember, I think that event, usually with stress, it's how I react to it is, it's fine, God's hands. It's fine, God's hands. So that event, I think I was just extra stressed because I was worried on my own reputation, because how I saw it was, okay, I started this year, October, November, December, all weekdays. And at 2025, all I have is weekends. I performed well in the first two. This one, since I know I'm going to perform bad, I was nervous that they were going to take away my weekends. For the next.
Performing during weekends.
Because weekends, when you have an event on a weekend, the chances of people showing up is greater. Of course, it's always greater. So I was just thinking, okay, khalas, I failed this event. I know I'm going to fail it. It's not going to go well. And they're going to take my weekends away. So that's what I was most nervous about. But the team understood my position. They understood the challenges I faced. And they respected the fact that I was still able to manage those challenges despite not knowing what to do. So I got him that visa. So they didn't take my weekends away.
That's good. So you can still host your weekends. Talk about challenges. I'm going to bring up insider information about an event you hosted. And an incident happened. Can we talk about the incident? How do you recover from that?
I mean, that was our first ever event. It was in Reading. It was a venue that we were familiar with. and we've gone to before, and we really liked it. And it's 2 floors. The upper floor was what we booked out, and the lower floor is in-house event for that venue.
So not related to your event.
And I mean, it was a good event. We were all very excited, me and my friends, and we were all very happy that we accomplished this. Until about 2 a.m., where the fire alarm started ringing. Obviously, everyone was lost and confused. The crowd was lost and confused. Our friend Zaid started performing on the public while the fire alarm was going. So I think that just tells you a little bit about us.
The character.
Yeah, we just don't care. We're here to have fun.
Yeah.
But what happened was someone was severely injured downstairs. There was some type of attack, and they had to close down the venue for the night. So police started rushing upstairs while we were all just having fun and playing and dancing. And so that was definitely like something that a challenge we faced, but all it did was affect us in Reading.
Okay.
It created venues. Like the venues started to think, okay, like we know what happened on this night. You were on the second floor. We don't care if you were not involved. You were there. So we cannot host events with you.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if I can say this. It's their loss. I would say right now because it's not fair to you.
No.
It's you.
So what we did is we went to London.
And now you're selling out venues.
And now we're selling out venues.
So
yeah. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. And how did you recover from that? Like, what was your initial thoughts after that happened? You're like, okay, it's our first event. That happened. Our name is attached to such an incident.
Yeah.
How do you move on from that?
When's the next one? That's what I was thinking.
Okay, that's good. That's a good mindset to have, because it's either you like kind of sit in that and like, oh my god, it's just ruined everything.
No.
Or you're like, you know what? How do we get to the next one? How do we move on from this?
I mean that event, we already had 4 hours of runtime. It was just one last hour that got affected, which is usually the peak hour, the best hour, but it's okay. I think what all of us we aligned on is when's the next one, where we're doing it. Like
and what advice would you give someone that would want to get into this industry? Also, just like you started with, barely any experience.
Okay. I'll give a couple pieces of advice.
Yes.
First, don't tell everyone everything.
Yeah, that's in life. In life, honestly.
Don't tell everyone everything. I'm not gonna say don't trust anyone, because first, that's basic. Second, I personally think you should have people you trust in this industry, because they will help you and take you to places you don't think you could have achieved. Another piece of advice I would give, though, is if you fail, don't give up. Like, seriously, do not give up.
Because we hear it all the time.
We hear all of these all the time. Okay, everyone says it now. Because in this specific industry, I've seen promoters or I've seen people that organize events and they give up. Like, I swear, I've seen them give up after they fail an event. Completely. Like, they just, khalas, I don't want to do this anymore. I lost money. I'm not going to make it back. It's a waste of my time. But it's all about the mentality that people have when they do these events. Because for me, my mentality is, okay, I want every single person in this venue to be singing, dancing, and smiling. That's all I want.
That's your goal.
That's my goal. Financially, of course, it is something that I want profit and I want to make money. Everyone wants to make money. But the main goal is having everyone enjoy the night. And the best thing to hear is after the event, people telling me, we loved the event.
Yeah, and we say this in the business world, or like with entrepreneurship, is a question of what's your why? So what makes you want to do this? And when you get up in the morning, why do you want to work towards this? Because it's not about motivation, and it can't only be about money. And yours being like you enjoy making people have fun, and it's like, okay, there are people here, they're having fun, and because I planned that, or you planned that out, and that is why you do what you do to basically answer that question.
Yeah, like I said, just I think I have many goals in my head in terms of, okay, I want to be hosting in this venue. I want to get this artist. I want to do this, that. But it's always the same goal for every event, which is let the people enjoy. Make sure that, Yazan, you're getting an artist that will make people enjoy. That will make people sing their hearts out. Which is what, in my opinion, just gives me goosebumps. Like,
okay, that's
yeah, I think that's the best thing. Watching people enjoy is my like.
So you say you like to hear that people are telling at the end of the day, like, you know, thank you for hosting, I had so much fun. When's the next event? Blah blah blah. What about the negatives? Have you heard negative feedback, and how do you deal with that, even if it's from closest friends and family?
I mean, negative feedback is more towards the artist, not towards the event. Because you see, my goal is obviously to book the artist, to book the lineup, to sell the tickets. That's my goal. And I think when I get feedback from my friends or from people I know saying, oh, I didn't like the artist, I will want to hear why. And I will want to understand. So if their reasons are valid and I am aligned with them, then I will not bring this artist again, which the majority of the time is the case. So for instance, I once had an artist that I booked, and he was very egotistical, extremely, and he just was not a joy to work with or speak to or anything. And my friends all saw that just from the way he was performing. And so then I was like, okay, I will never book this guy again. So I do take any feedback very seriously. I do like to listen to everyone. And something I learned in every event is that I will make a mistake every single event. So I don't have any shame in saying I made a mistake.
Yeah. And that's how you learn from it.
That's how you grow. That's how you go. That's how any human in this world, you need to make mistakes to grow. If you don't make mistakes, then like you just like what? Like
you're not perfect.
You're not. No one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And it depends on your mentality when you make these mistakes. So for instance, if you make the mistakes and you're like, I'm gonna continue to make these mistakes, I don't care, you will never go. This one, if you take these mistakes and always look at the positive side of those, a good perspective, then you will go like miles.
Yeah, that's for sure. And would you say that's what the most beneficial thing you've learned?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Okay.
Tell me a story.
the event that I did in December, which was a fail, right?
Not a fail. Let's say not the best.
I would say if you look at it in terms of how many people were in the venue and financially, it was a fail.
Okay.
But in terms of energy and vibe and enjoyment, it was beautiful. In my opinion, it was beautiful. But I'll tell you something funny, okay? We're on the train, so I live in Reading. I have to commute to London. I'm on the train to London for the event. While I'm on the train, I'm planning my event for February 8th, which was the event which we sold out a week before, which has never happened in the venue history unless they get like a massive name. We got a name that's respected in the Arabic, in the Middle Eastern market, okay? But we did not get a big name, not a big name. So for us to sell out a week before, because there was too much demand, and then have 150 people signed up for ticket notification.
For like a wait list. 150 on a wait list is crazy.
Yeah, and we already sold 200. So it was something that we were kind of proud of. And we wanted to put on, like, we wanted to show off to the venue. And look, you made this mess up our December. And while we're going to this event, we planned this whole thing. And we already know. We know that we're going to impress you. And thank you for trusting us for us to do it. So I think that was a turning point in the whole, like this whole experience for me. I think that was a turning point.
Did you expect to ever get into this industry and be like, you know, I'm going to just...
No, I used to tell my cousin, and no, I do want to get into the music. I love music. From when I was a kid, I used to play piano. I played in Dubai Mall in front of like the crowds. It was crazy. I used to play drums as well. So I did have a music background. It's not as strong now. It's been a couple of years I haven't played. But for instance, when Ramiz was DJing at my house, he'd leave the set and his laptop. So I would jump on it. I would jump on it and I'd start playing. Once I start playing, my cousin comes in from his room. What did you do? What is this? What are you doing? So I would get excited, obviously.
So pressing buttons.
Yeah, like my cousin stood up from his bed, which is very hard to do. And then he came all the way to me and he started saying, "Whoa, that was crazy." And I was like, yeah, okay. So I got interested in that whole thing, bought my own set and always played at home, but I never played in my events just because it was more of a business type of thing where let me get a local DJ in London that has his own crowd. And so that would help me with selling tickets. If I put myself on the lineup, that's just because I want to play.
Yeah.
So
you have that option.
I had to choose. I had that option, but I never took it.
Yeah.
The only time I took it was for the University of Reading Union because I feel like I deserved it for that one. And I feel like I should perform. So I did. And amazing. I think that's what I wanted. And that's literally what I wanted. Just because I always told Ronas as well, I want to play back to back with you because I keep booking him for events and he's playing back to back.
Manage him as well.
I mean, yeah.
Micromanage him.
For London, I manage him because I try to, every event that I have, no matter what anyone thinks, no matter what anyone says, I tell them, and no, my point is I will work for you if Ronas is playing on this lineup. And if you come and talk to me and you tell me, and Ronas is not going to be on this lineup, I don't want to work with you. It's simple as that. And that has been a situation which I've been put in before. And I fought very hard for him to stay on the lineup and it worked. And that was for the House of Arab event. So.
And that's the one you sold out a week before.
Yeah.
And can you compare yourself from like the first event to the latest event? The stress level, how you manage, the mindset, also talked about that.
Okay, so I think I will compare the first event in which I worked solely with Assam, just because I think when we worked as a group, it was very calm. I mean, yes, there would be stress, but like it's a completely different feeling when you're working with 9 other people versus another guy, you know? So I think with Assam, the first event that we did, I was very nervous the day before because how I was thinking is if I do not perform well on this event, then I will not be given any opportunity to do other events. And I knew that the event that we were doing was a difficult one because it was a Tuesday and it's an international artist, so the costs were a bit on the high side. But our strategy was the only way we could sell on a Tuesday is if we get an international DJ on the high side. And so that's what we did. And I remember the day before we were on 30 tickets and we need to sell at least 150, at least.
The day before?
Yeah, the day before we were on 30. And then we ended up selling about 105 tickets on the day. I think that was just a little scare because we did not know what was going to happen. And it all ended up being good. The venue were happy with the performance of the night. The artist was happy with the performance of the night. I think that event was very, I'm not going to say industry changing because it was not industry changing, but it gave some spotlight to a certain artist who was a female artist that we appointed for the event. And other event organizers started booking her into their events. So I thought that was pretty cool that we gave her that platform to perform and to start getting recognized by other people. And yeah, I think that event we were very nervous on because we didn't know how it was going to perform and it would have affected our future events. Now, the next couple of events that were on weekdays, we were every time nervous because we always entered the event not knowing what's going to happen or knowing that we didn't make money, we lost money. So it would be stuff like that. But we noticed that every event people enjoyed. Yeah. People took videos, people smiled, people laughed, people sang. So we were happy with that. And then February 8th was the House of Arab event. And that was where we went into it knowing that we're happy, knowing that we did well, knowing that everything is going to go well. And it did. And it was, in my opinion, an event that was extremely successful, that other organizers started doing it. So I think we started a little bit of a trend there. So that was something I was really proud of. And then I started shifting my whole mentality of, okay, خلاص, enough big DJs. We don't want big names anymore. We want respectable names or up-and-coming names.
Yeah.
And that helps us a lot on the cost side. That helps us a lot on the strategy, the ticketing. And as I said, every event we learn.
Yeah.
We make a mistake, we learn how can we make it better? How can we maximize our profit, our revenue? How can we make sure that we have minimal risk in these events? And so until now, which our most recent one was May 10th, we did make a couple of mistakes in which we learned that, okay, for the next event, we need to make sure we're looking at this, that. So yeah, I think every event is a learning experience, and hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood and everything, that at the end of the year, we go into bigger things, into more serious things. So I think that's really cool for the journey, because I could say I started off at a 300-person venue, and now we're going into the 800, 1,000-person venue, which I think would be very, very cool. And I think people would really enjoy.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
I'd say don't forget that at some point you were still thinking, oh, I wish I could book this DJ. And then you did.
Yeah.
So just keep that.
It was surreal because we're booking like artists that we listen to regularly.
Yeah.
Very, very regularly. Like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at dinner with them. I'm just speaking to them. I'm talking to them, telling them like, how did you do the song? How did you feel? Did you know it was going to be a banger before stuff like that?
They know? Do they know before, this one's going to blow?
They know.
They know.
They know because they listen to it and they're like, yeah, this is gonna do well. And they even have their own marketing strategies, which is really smart, because when you're an artist in this industry, you get connections with other artists.
Of course.
Larger scale artists that perform in not venues, in festivals.
Yeah.
And when you perform a newly released song to a festival, you get a lot of spotlight, you get a lot of media. And once that starts rolling, you start posting on TikTok and Insta, naturally, people are going to listen to it and be like, this is a banger. I'm going to add it. And then this is how they grow and make a name for themselves. So
that's
I thought that was pretty cool.
What I really like that you said that stuck with me is you're going to scale it back with international artists for a bit and focus on up and coming. That's really interesting because you're giving those artists opportunity that they're probably looking for.
Yeah.
And that, again, I talked about this in another episode where we have to create opportunity, because when I first started, I wanted to be on interviews, but obviously I just started, who's going to interview me, you know? So then I just created the opportunity and I really wanted to talk. So here we are.
Exactly.
Just talking. So yeah, I really like that you guys did that. You're creating opportunity for other people that is not as available. So yeah, it comes back to saying you're doing it a bit different than what your competitors would do. And how does it feel the day of the event when did you get there, I assume, before everyone else?
Yeah, I get there, let's say 4 hours or 3 hours before the event. Yeah, I mean, usually just to make sure the artist is settled. Whoever it is that we book, we need to make sure he's settled. We need to make a sound check at the venue just to make sure everything is going well. The sound system, the lighting system is all going well. And then take the artist out for dinner. And make the artist feel like, no, we do care for you, because with events like this, when you book an artist, you need to book, for instance, a hotel. You need to book transportation for this artist from the airport to the hotel, airport, all that stuff. So you need to take care of the artist, and you need to make sure the artist does not feel alone in this city that he just traveled to. So yeah.
It's hosting a guest, really.
Yeah. It's hosting a guest.
You want to leave a good impression also. For your name.
Of course, making sure everything runs smoothly, giving the artist the best time he can have, and making sure that he enjoys it so he comes back.
Yeah.
And he remembers.
And also, eventually, if you want to book another artist they know, you want to have a good reputation. Be like, yeah, they're really good. You should go. It was I had a fun night with them.
Yeah.
So going back to the question, how do you feel the day of the event? When you're there and you see people having fun, and how does that make you feel?
The best. I think it's just first relief that everyone's enjoying. Second, I think it's just pure euphoria, and it's just like I'm really happy to see everyone enjoying. I'm really happy to see everyone singing like it's honestly a beautiful sight. Like me, when I finish an event and I know it was a beautiful event, I think I watched the media and clips maybe 50 times, 60. I'm not over exaggerating here. I'm serious. I sometimes, right when I get the media, that same night before I sleep, I'm just watching.
Just
watching and zooming in to see every single person's reaction, to see how much is everyone enjoying, who's, So like even the people that are introverts, you can tell who's introverted in these venues. And when you see those introverts having fun, you're like, okay, I accomplished something like massive.
Yeah.
This is
it's out of their comfort zone and they're still having fun.
Exactly. Exactly. So I think that was something that was really, it's just reassuring, it's relief, it's euphoria, it's happiness, it's just good vibes.
It's like a cherry on top, like, you know what? Good job, I like that. And moving forward for you, do you think, is this something you're gonna stick with, like as a career or as a hobby?
I think I'm really good at it, personally. And this is not being arrogant or egotistical or nothing. I just think because I am known as a social person, I'm known as someone that likes to speak to people, that likes to make people feel comfortable. I think this is just for me. And it goes a lot, like my personality comes a lot from my dad and my mom as well. Because my dad, he always stresses on the trait of having empathy. Empathy for anyone in business, any human should have. Because if empathy is basically, for anyone that doesn't know, it's putting yourself in someone else's shoes. So it's different from sympathy. Sympathy is feeling bad for someone else, but empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes. How would this person feel if I said something to them right now? What type of feelings and emotions would they experience if I say this? How would they feel if I decide to cancel on them on a meeting? Stuff like this, so as well as their own experiences. For instance, I'll give you an example of what I feel empathy is. An example in my real life is someone has done me wrong, okay? And it has affected me. Is it right for me to go up to them and start making them feel making them feel pain? 'Cause it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because it's all small things. It's all very small things. So for instance, we're in the venue when they messed up my visa for Kasango. I was obviously frustrated. I felt like you guys are just lazy people that didn't help me. But that's not going to help me in my relationship with them. And I know that they would feel kind of like, who's this arrogant guy talking to me?
It wouldn't fix the issue.
It would make it worse.
Exactly.
So you have to think of it like that. What are the possible outcomes if you say stuff like this? How would they feel when you say stuff like this? So I think that's something that really I focus on a lot. That's what my dad stresses. My mom stresses, don't tell anyone anything. Because there are people that don't want the best for you.
My mom does that too.
Yeah.
Just whatever. Focus on yourself and women just don't tell anyone.
Because I promise you, some people you might think love you, just don't want the best for you.
Yeah. And it will be the people closest to you.
Yeah. You know who, based on the actions they make in certain situations.
Yeah.
You will know who. And you will put that in your head and be like, okay, khalas, I know, and I don't want to be that close or share that much with this person because I don't feel comfortable with this person.
It's just trust. Even when I first started I am just starting, and I came to you and I asked, I put you aside, do you want to come on an episode? And but listen, just keep it between us for now. You're like, yeah, for sure. Because honestly, you really don't know who's coming out. Not saying like, oh, everyone's coming out for you, but It happens.
Yeah.
It really does happen.
Yeah. So that's why with my parents, I mean, I think everyone should listen to their parents because they have the most experience in their life.
Yeah.
They have met people worse than the people you're around, maybe, or better than the people that you're around. And so they know what's going on. I mean, there's like a 30-year difference between me and my dad. So like, it's like he has 30 plus years on me. So I love to hear what he has to say to me, especially since he is in the corporate world and he kind of sees what's happening and stuff. So I think that's something that's very important. And I like to carry that trait on anything in my life. So that's why you kind of, maybe that's why I'm more of a social person, because of this empathy thing.
Empathy.
Yeah.
It plays a huge role.
I think so.
I would say our parents for sure. Obviously play a big role in our life. Respect and love to our parents. Also shout out to my dad. He was behind the scenes in the beginning. He left now, but he was behind the scenes. And some things I don't think they completely understand what we're doing, but they just want to be supportive.
Yeah.
So like my father, I was kind of nervous to tell him I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I did. He was like, I want to be on an episode. I have so much to say. He's like, no, you have to ask questions like this. You have to, that's how it's the insider information. I was like, you have to dig, you have to find, to ask strong questions. I'm like, okay. And why are you more excited than me?
At the end of the day, your parents are your biggest supporters no matter what. Because I remember during that Kasango event, it's the only event out of maybe 6, 7, 8 events that I've done where it did not perform well. And so I remember the day before I called my mom and I told her, Mom, it's
not looking good.
It's not looking good, and I'm very stressed and I'm very just like not in a good place right now. And she just kept saying she always likes to go to religion. And that's what I love about my mom. And that's why I think religion just has this thing where it just creates peace for anyone that's going under stress. You just need to if you're Muslim, open the Quran. If you're Christian, open the Bible. Just read a couple of verses. Just it creates this calming sensation naturally. And I think everyone should be close to God, because if you're not, I don't think you're in a good place right now.
Yeah,
because I think God is someone that's very important in everyone's life, and you should always speak to God. You should always believe in God. And I'll give you another situation where God played a massive factor in this event. Was the rooftop event was on May 10th. Okay. And we had originally booked it with this venue in Oxford Circus, and they had to cancel. So the event was on a Saturday. They had to cancel on the Sunday of that week.
So you had a week before?
6 days.
6 days before they cancelled on you.
Yeah. So I had to find a new venue.
A venue cancelling is not
crazy.
Easy. It's not fair. It's not like a DJ you can find someone. No, it's you sold tickets already?
Sold tickets, booked planes, booked hotels, booked transports, booked everything.
You had people flying in.
Yeah. I had people from the team. I had people from the artists. I had people, all costs were paid. And we had tickets sold. And we got a cancellation on Sunday. Monday was a bank holiday.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure any master's student knows, okay, but when you're doing masters, the workload is crazy. Okay, it is quite insane.
It's intense.
And it takes a couple of days to complete. It's not really hard. It's not really easy. And so it was during a period of time where I had 2 exams on May. I had an essay and an exam on May 9th, which is the day before the
event.
Yeah. And then I had to go now to London to find a new venue, rooftop venue, which many rooftops are not really open to this idea of, let's do an event here, because they have this thing of, I don't care if people enjoy. Everyone cares about the money. Everyone cares, okay, how much can you make my venue on a Saturday?
The question I book you are
and each venue is known that Saturday is their highest grossing day of the week. Everyone knows. And the weather was forecasted to be top. So when I go to these rooftops and I tell them, I can get you this many people, this much, they're like, we make more than what you're offering. I'm like, okay, I have to go again.
Yeah.
So Hassan and I, on Tuesday, so on Sunday we got the cancellation, or Saturday the week before. And then we spent Monday, researching venues in London, rooftop venues. And then Tuesday, we went from 12 p.m. until 11:45 p.m. We were just viewing venues. I think we viewed a total of 16 venues.
Wow.
And most of
one day. Yeah. I don't even think people do that for their wedding.
Yeah, no. We viewed 16 venues on the day because obviously it's Tuesday and the event is on Saturday.
Yeah.
We have limited time. We have so many tickets. So we had to perform and push and try to convince. And this is where it comes to socializing. If you're not a social person, you cannot do this job. It's simple. If you're an introvert, you cannot do this because you need to know how to speak to people.
For sure.
And how to convince people to take you in. And that's where empathy comes in.
Yeah.
So when I speak to the venues, each venue was saying no. And it's reaching a point where خلاص, me and Assam, we don't have charge on our phones. It's getting dark. Every venue has said no. Maybe around, at this point, 13 venues said no. So I remember Assam being demotivated. I'm being demotivated, but I kept reassuring to him, no, Assam, God is going to provide us a venue. It's going to be beautiful, better than what we had already planned. And my mom the day before was saying the same thing. God takes so he can give better.
For sure.
And that's something everyone knows. And another statement of God that I like to follow, I know a lot of God coming in, but I like to follow that, and I believe it's written in the Quran, God will only put you in challenges, will only give you challenges that he knows you can handle.
Yeah.
Okay, he will never put you in something he doesn't think you can handle. He knows you can handle it. Yeah. So you just need to be like, okay.
Patience. And trust in God.
And trust that, okay, Khalas, you put me through this challenge, I'm going to be able to handle it, no problem at all. So I remember it was the last venue we went to visit, and we got no's from 15 other venues. The last venue we go into, and they said yes. And it was perfect.
At like almost at midnight.
It was around 10:30 p.m. So we went and we viewed all the venues, and obviously these rooftop venues do not do events usually. So when we went to the final venue that we had on our list, thinking, if this venue is not it, we were not gonna get a venue, and we have to either postpone the event to Sunday, or just cancel the event. So that was the situation that we were in. But I told Assam, this is the venue. I have a good feeling on it, and I know that God has given it to us, and he made sure that it's the last one. So like, we go through all this knowing that we can handle it, and then he gives us the reward. So I remember when we first entered the whole neighborhood, it was very, 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 very classy, very nice. We entered, it was in a hotel, very fancy hotel. There was a separate entrance just for that rooftop. We go to the rooftop, and we find the general manager there. Luckily, she was working. And when we saw the venue, I remember looking back at Assam, and he's like biting his lip, really happy, just goofy behavior. So
classic Assam.
Yeah, classic Assam. So when we went to speak to the general manager, obviously she was a little bit of a, as they say here in the UK, a tough cookie. I don't know that means, I'm just saying it. So she wasn't really like open to it, So she was very like restricting herself and being like, okay, I don't know if I want to, and stuff like that.
She was not hearing you out.
She was not hearing us out. So we started to discuss with her in a way where business way, where she understands exactly like what we can offer to you guys, what we can do for you guys. Your venue would do this, that. And obviously this venue has never done events like this before.
Oh, it hasn't?
It has not done events like this where it's a ticketed event online. So this was a big step for us, because we are usually going to venues that are used to events. And now we're going to a venue that has never done events. And we're completely setting it up with a sound system, DJs, equipment, everything from scratch. And so Tuesday we met with her. Wednesday she says, no, I don't want to do it anymore. I keep texting, I keep calling. Thursday she's like, okay, you know what? Let's work on this deal. If you guys are open to it, we can do it. So Thursday we secured the venue, and then we sold out the event for Saturday.
Day before.
Yeah. So yeah.
I see.
Yeah, we sold out the event.
Stressful.
It was stressful, but I will tell you something cool about this event is that I experienced something that I've never seen in my life, which was we put out, I remember, 30 tickets. Okay, only 30 tickets. And we told everyone on our Instagram, we're going to release these tickets at this time. Okay? We release it at this time. I swear to God, ma, 30 tickets priced at £50. 10 minutes, there we go.
£50? It's pricey, to be honest.
10 minutes, there we go. 30
minutes.
tickets. 10 minutes, there we go.
Yes.
We sold out the event. Everyone came, all dressed in white, all happy, all good. Good music everywhere, and it was a very successful launch to the metronome.
Yeah, and big thank God to God.
To God, yeah. Because thank you. So it was yeah, alhamdulillah, always alhamdulillah.
I would say I have to like remind myself really whenever I go through anything, just patience and trust, because I think personally I have control issues. Not issues, but like I like when things go the way I planned it.
Yeah.
But
Perfectionism.
Yeah. Perfectionism
Yeah.
to a certain extent. But like it's okay if it doesn't go your way. It's okay if it doesn't go your way because Allah has a better plan.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think let's say that's the lesson of today's episode.
Yeah.
Is trust in Allah and everything will work out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Being here. I enjoyed this. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for today. And that's a wrap.